हेलो। देखो आप लोगों को हमारा पार्किंग दिखा देते हैं। चलो। ऑलराइट, आज बहुत लेट हो गया भाई, ऑफिस में बोर ही हो गए। Yes, that's my friend. One friend is a very old friend from college, and you can see what a beautiful, beautiful bike you have. Okay, let's talk about the bike now. Once again, attempt 3, the GS310. Let's review this awesome bike, guys. It really is an awesome bike because they have really thought about it. The engineers have done a great job. So why do I want to do this review? I had initially thought that this is the one thing I would never do in my life is review this bike because there are so many reviews out there. So क्यों ही करना? But let me tell you मैं क्यों कर रहा हूँ. The reason is most of the reviews out there are not really reviews. They're just basically what people feel about the bike. Really, and I feel really sad about it. कि ऐसा क्यों है. So anyway, आगे बढ़ते हैं. Let me give you a little history on me. My first bike was the Classic 350, then I got myself the Ninja 650, and then I got myself the Versus 650 very quickly. These are the 3 bikes that I've owned in the past 6, 7, 8 years, whatever. Now I've moved to this. Why have I moved to this? And you'll be like, man, you had the Versus 650, why did you move to a single cylinder 310, motorcycle? And let me tell you why. Basically, I just wanted a bike that I could beat around a little bit more than I could the Versus because it's big, hefty, and it's expensive. So this was the perfect next bike for me. And the funny thing is, and this is where the review starts, that people keep complaining about is भैया बाइक में पावर नहीं है यार. अरे मतलब, what are you trying to say? You are buying a 313cc motorcycle, 313, okay, and you expect that this will work like some V900. What is this? Absolutely unrealistic. Yeah, it does not make any sense whatsoever. So, first of all, let's understand one thing. And let me begin about this by telling you as to why I got this bike, why I enjoyed this bike when I went for the test ride after my Versus. So I went and I test rode the bike and I was pretty damn sure that I would not really like the bike. I would not enjoy the bike at all. Because I had earlier test rode the Generation 1 and there he is again. And it was pretty crappy in the sense that it did not have slipper clutch, it did not have clutch assist, blah blah blah. And the test ride bike that I got was pretty shitty. So no point, did not enjoy it, did not buy it. But right now when I went and I did the test ride, I was like, wow, this is different. They've really upgraded the bike, they've improved it, they've completely changed it. And this is awesome. I did not feel for once that I was, stepping down from a big bike, coming to a smaller 300cc bike from a 650 bike. I just did not feel it. And let me tell you one thing, that this bike, you don't get the suspension from. Like, in this segment, you do not get a suspension like this anywhere. Yeah, Martin has a good suspension, the Express has a good suspension also. But this is really awesome. So, the first point begins here that this bike has absolutely great maneuverability. So that's what I like. It has a brilliant suspension. That's what I like. It's light, liftable, maneuverable, and it has a great turning radius, by the way, which I like. So all of these points just won my heart. I'm like, oh, if I want a bike that I want to beat around a little more than I could with any other bike that I had, then that's perfect. This is perfect. This has everything. So I was sure that I was going to buy the bike, so I went and I picked it up. Right? While I was doing my research, I saw a lot reviews of people that were like, power nahi hai, ye hai, wo hai. Let me tell you a story about power, by the way. It is not, power is not what you're looking for in a bike. You are not. What you're looking for is character. How do you get the character of the bike? So the character is a combination of power and torque. It's how your bike actually functions. It's not about what your bike can probably do with all that power. What it really does. I mean, it's a very different thing, by the way. It's a very different thing. So let's talk about the 390 Adventure and the GS310. These two bikes are the most compared hot topic out there. I think it's a stupid comparison. Let me begin by telling you this is a 314cc bike once again. That is a 390, and actually 375 I guess. So there is a bit of like a 62cc variable. So if that bike has 62cc more of capacity, then can it not deliver 10-12 PS power more? I mean, what the fuck? Like, what is so astonishing about it? I mean, it would be astonishing if it was, if it had more capacity and it was not able to deliver anything. So this is not astonishing that it has more power than this. But if you look at how the torque delivers on that bike, you will realize that the torque on this bike is much more effective. Yeah, let's just look at this. I'm on the 6th gear and I can just zoom past all the cars. Going for it, man. There is no stopping. So on the KTM, I've heard that you have to downshift. You definitely have to downshift. So do I want to do that all the time? Is it fun? I guess not. What is fun is this, which I'm already cruising at an easy speed, and then what happens is, wow, and there you go. So it does not have less power. It has just the optimum amount of delivery with the torque that it has on every gear. That makes this bike's character beautiful. So you want to buy a bike, you look at the character. You don't just look at the power figures or the torque figures. You don't do that. That's kind of stupid. So having said that, which is what I really enjoyed with this bike, there he is again, my friend. Okay, so so the character of this bike is British. Point one was the comfort, the suspension is something that you will not get anywhere else. Then you have the character of the bike. The character of the bike is again perfect. You can take this bike on the road, you can ride it, you can use it for your daily commute, you can take it to your work, you can take it anywhere else, you can do whatever you want to do, and you still enjoy it. It's a tall bike, yeah, but brilliant suspension, which makes it very accessible to short riders, medium-heighted riders. Tall riders, anyone beyond 6'2" is gonna start complaining, and I can understand that. But yeah, so this bike is accessible. Great delivery of performance. So these are the two biggest buckets. Strike them out. Let's go back to the part where we were discussing about the comfort ergonomics. Let me tell you what I've done on this bike. I have basically, when I got this bike from the dealership, that's right. Okay, I was going back home and I started having a bit of a backache. And that's not because of the bike, but it's because I have a terrible lower back. I have an issue, so it started hurting me because at that point, I'm a bit tall. I'm about 5'10", quarter to 11, something like that. And so the handlebars were a little forward from me. So what I went and I got myself the 38mm handlebar riser. That's about it. And that completely changed how I was riding this bike. Completely. Suddenly, I was not complaining of backache. My sitting position had improved a lot, and it was perfect. Then I got myself the 52mm risers. The reason I got that was because I wanted to paddle and do a lot of off-roading and stuff like that, for which I needed to be a little higher, a little more comfortable. And so I got the 52mm risers, and they do a perfect job for me. The third thing I did, second thing I did, I got a bit of comfort cushioning on my seat. Is it needed? I would say not really. Because I was going to Karolbagh and my brother was getting comfort seats done for his bye-bye, done for his Ninja 300. So I was like, chalo, let's get it done, man. And so I got it done, and I don't think I absolutely needed it, but it's not useless. It's not useless. Definitely, it makes life more comfortable. So these are the two main things that a tall rider or someone beyond 5'8", 5'9" would need on this bike. Other than that, it's a bit cold. Other than that, really nothing else. Let's move on to the third point, which is, oh my god, and I'm baffled by this point, man. So people complain about the gear shift on this bike. They're like, it's clunky, it's hard, it's difficult to pass, and all of that stuff. Man, this is butter smooth. I don't know what you guys are all talking about. Let me just show you. So I'm on 5th gear. My hands are right here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shift to the 6th gear, and there it is. Look. So what you need to do is, what you need to know is that as a rider, you need to understand your motorcycle. And the fact is that there is something called RPM, which is the magic word for riding motorcycles. And let me show you one second. I'm on 6th gear. I want a little more traction. I want to go to the 5th gear. And my hands are right here. And all I'm going to do is 5. You know, I hope you can see it. Now let me go back to 6 because that's where I want to be. And 6. Wow. I didn't even press the clutch. I hardly ever press the clutch on this bike. First gear, yeah, you do. Second gear, till third gear, you do. So let me tell you the trick. Basically, you need to be in the right band. Noisy tunnel, forgive me, but basically you need to be in the right band, right RPM band to get this thing done right. If you're not in the right RPM band, then I'd suggest please use the clutch. Doesn't kill anybody to use the clutch, right? So there we are. So it's about at 6,500 RPM is the smooth spot for this bike to change gears. And watch this, I'm on the 5th gear. I'm at 5,000 RPM. I don't think I'll be able to change it, but because there's traffic. There's traffic. So let's see when I get the opportunity. But yeah, if you're around the right RPM band, all you need to do is preload the gear a little bit and just leave the throttle. That's it. You're going up, preload and just leave the throttle. Just drop it, man. Your gear will move. And it's not going to move like a clump. You're gonna be able to feel the whole movement. The feedback is beautiful, right? Now don't compare. Once again, do not compare with really big bikes, man. Big engines have different performance, it feels different. But it is in no way clunky and difficult to move. Let me just show you once again. I'm nearing 6,000 hours. Again, I'm gonna preload and I'm gonna just drop that's it. My hands are right here, man. I'm gonna drop it. Get that. It's beautiful. What else? I wanted to review this bike for a lot of reasons, right? And I think the biggest reason was just the gear shift. And other than that, let me tell you, even like when you want to gear down, all you need to do is match the RPM. Be a little smart about it. I'm gonna have to try a terrible road. God, I think I've become taller because now I feel like I need higher handlebar risers. And I hope yeah, all right. So I'm at 74. I'm in the 6th gear, and maybe I'm going a little slow now, and I want to shift to the 5th gear. I'm just gonna throttle up a little bit, and I'm just gonna tap the gear, and I'm gonna go down to the 5th. Let me show you. And that's it. And 6th. Oh, I'm not even using the clutch, guys. So I don't know what the fuss is all about. I really don't know what the fuss is all about. It is beautiful. When I'm about to reach my home, I'm going to show you what the neutral is like. And people cannot find the neutral either on this bike, which is again baffling to me. On the verses, what used to happen is, let's say the first gear and the second gear, in between there is a neutral. I would press the clutch and I would just gently push the gear pedal a little bit, and it would give me that feedback that you're halfway there, and that's it, the neutral is there. With this bike, it's a little different. What the game is like, you just have to tap the gear lever. That's it. You just have to tap it like you're gently calling your friend without making noise. and you'll find neutral. That's about it. It's so simple. But yeah, because the feedback is not so beautiful, 98 out of 100 times you will get it right. Maybe 96. So 2 or 4 times, that's the odds, you will probably flunk it. You'll reach the first gear. Or from the first gear, you'll reach the second gear when you want to make it to the neutral. And that's about it. I think you can live with that. Yeah? You can live with that. I don't really enjoy night rides, so I have not installed auxiliary lights, and I don't need them because I'm generally riding through the day and the morning. That's when I like it. But if you're a night rider, you just get yourself some aux lights. The headlight is alright. The lamp is alright. The throw is alright. It's not the best in the world, obviously. Again, if I just put it to high beam, it's gonna shine, a bit of that hoarding for me, and does nothing really else. But having said that, the lamp is not bad at all. I have not felt the need of extra lights on this bike, even if we have ridden in the night. When it is pitch black and you can't see anything, then even a candle works. But if you want that throw, then this does not have it. Then you need something smarter. But other than that, you can live with it. You can live with it absolutely perfectly. Every time you think about what this bike has or what it does not have, do not forget the segment that this bike is performing. It's small CC displacement segment. And look at me, on fifth gear I can overtake bikes, cars, I can catch up with people, all that stuff. What else, man? What else? What else? It's a beautiful looking bike, by the way. I mean, honestly, it's a head turner. I do feel that it should have been a 500cc, then you wouldn't really need any other bike. Like, if they had a 500cc BMW GS, then I think they would have given their own market for the 850, 900, 1250, 1300, whatever. They would have killed it. You would not have needed anything else. And that's alright. That's alright. I mean, but that's why they haven't built it, right? Thank God I left a little late from work, otherwise I would have found a lot of traffic. So I could have given you a good review of how this bike performs in traffic. But again, let me tell you, in traffic, when it's absolutely crawling traffic, all you need to do is put the first gear, leave the clutch, leave the accelerator, just let it roll. It rolls. It just rolls. Even on second gear, it just rolls. You don't need to be wanky about the clutch all the time. You really don't. It's very smooth. I'm just reaching home. I wish I was going out on a ride right now. Unfortunately, I'm not. I'm going home. That's alright. Right? If you're thinking of getting this bike, stop thinking and go and get it. You are not gonna find anything better than this. And yeah, you pay a bit of premium. You do that because of the badge. And the best thing is that the badge doesn't come empty-handed. It brings with itself, it really does, reliability. You can actually, if you have a motorcycle, you want to rely on it because motorcycle takes you on journeys and adventures, and you want to have a reliable friend. That's about it. So this is a very reliable motorcycle. It's relatively very simple, though it has all the smart, features that you need on this bike. But it's relatively simple. Very simple. Great. So I hope this video came out well because I'm still trying to get the mount right, and in case I have not and I have failed again, I will do it again. That's all I can say. Great. Just a little tap. Oh no. Could be there. Oh, okay. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna show you the neutral bit again. I'm very interested in putting the second gear. There I am, moving on. Just a gentle. Oh, hold on. Not here. Okay. Yeah. Just a gentle tap. That's it. That's it. You don't have to struggle about it. First gear. Let's see how it is from the first gear. Oh. So from the first to second you have more chances of flunking. But from the second to neutral is pretty simple. Go back to the second and just gently tap again. Go back to the second. Just a gentle tap again. That's it. That's it. Very simple, man. Okay then.